Members of the All Progressives Congress of Igbo extraction in Lagos have been raising public awareness about the desirability of electing national leader of the party, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as president of Nigeria in 2023. At an elaborate campaign rally at the party's Ikeja GRA headquarters earlier in the week, the representatives of the Igbo community in Lagos highlighted the importance of electing the former governor of Lagos State for his demonstrated capacity for development of infrastructure, human and material resources. They also highlighted Tinubu's virtue for building bridges across tribal and religious divides, virtues they say are mostly needed to redeem Nigeria in this time of greatest need.
We are rooting for Asiwaju, we are standing for Asiwaju because we felt that Nigeria needs him to do something different at the federal level. If you can rule Lagos very well, you can also turn Nigeria around. That's what we're saying. You can see all of us from south, southeast, north. He is a detribalized Nigerian. He has a vision. Like I said, he knows where to get someone to get something done. So we feel that if we cannot use what he has now, we may never use it again.
We are here to endorse our leader, our national leader, Asiwaju Tinubu Ahmed, for President 2023. I am one of his fans, and I'm his great supporter because I know he's a detribalized Nigerian. He would definitely carry every tribe along. When he becomes the president, there will be no segregation. He will give to every region what is due for them. That is why I'm a die-hard Asiwaju for president.
There is no other candidate that is suitable and that is qualified for the position except Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the Jagaban of the whole world. So we are all the non-indigenous in Lagos State. We are here, the Arewa, the North Central, and the South. So we are here to support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the ticket.
Those Igbo APC folks in Lagos really sounding very passionate about Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But is the position they have taken about the man unanimous with everyone that shares the Igbo identity in Lagos and indeed the southeast of Nigeria, where the Tinubu brand of politics has consistently been carpeted since the return to democracy in 1999? Will the pattern of voting be different this time when Nigerians go to the polls in less than a year? And come to think of it, who says that the APC presidential ticket is the done deal for the former governor of Lagos? What about the subplot of President Buhari effecting a change of guards at APC headquarters? And how possibly can this affect the direction of things as the party stumbles towards the March 26th National Convention? Well, joining us now to help us unpack all of this is Joe Igbokwe, a prominent member of APC and currently Special Advisor to Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on water resources and drainage development. In addition, by its antecedents, Joe Igbokwe can also be described as a veritable Tinubu wingman, having remained passionately loyal to a man he attributes with bringing him into Lagos politics. Good morning, Mr. Igbokwe, and welcome to the program.
Good morning.
It's always a pleasure to have you around.
Thank you.
I can see that this is a project for you. And from what happened during the week with the Igbo community, I think, it's obvious that it was a way for you to demonstrate your commitment to the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu cause. Tell us in detail, how is this going? Were they just speaking to the camera, or was that a genuine interest in Asiwaju becoming the president when, in fact, many people think that it ought to be the turn of the Igbo? If you listen to former President Obasanjo, only a couple of days ago, it says that it will be a good idea to have an Igbo presidency and that it will bring peace to Nigeria. But here we have you and a large number of Igbo indigenes in Lagos State, endorsing the candidacy of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu? How real, how true, how genuine are they when they say this to you?
You know, I was here the other time.
That's right.
And I told you that first, I'm proudly Nigerian. I understand the dynamics of Nigerian politics. But let me correct one impression first. That gathering was not only an Igbo thing.
Okay.
It was Hausa Fulani was there, North, and then South. We came together.
At your instance?
No, we have leaders.
Okay.
We have our Apex leader in the North, Lagos, yeah. We have our Apex leader in the South. Samuel Igbo is the Commissioner for Budget and Planning.
That's right.
Then Kabiru, who is heading the North in Lagos here,
Yes.
is the Commissioner for Waterfront.
What's
so myself, a drainage. So we just gathered together. It's not only Igbo people that were there.
Okay.
If you expand the camera, if you expand the video, you will see I was the first to speak. Okay. Then Samuel Igbo spoke, and then so it's we are Nigerians. I understand where you're going. I'm an Igbo. So is if, like I said the other time, I can say, if dynamics change, if the leadership of our party says this is what is going to happen, we key in. We don't have any choice. I told you, we don't have any choice. But as it is now,
yes,
Asiwaju remains the only person standing, the only person that has track records of achievement. Like I said the other time, ruling Nigeria is not a tea party. To be prepared for the job. We don't, because if we can bring somebody, based on primordial sentiments and ethnic preoccupation, and you go there to waste 4 years or 8 years. I made a football, and if you are going to a World Cup, you need to go with the best team. If you don't have the best team, what will happen is that you will be kicked out in the first match. And you just pack your bags and baggages and go. But if you elect somebody mediocre as president of your country, he will stay 4 years. And if care is not taken, he will stay additional 4 years. And he will just waste 8 years. So we're looking at, it's not, we have gone beyond these things. If you look at it and just say, Obasanjo is a Yoruba man, he's making case for an Igbo person.
Yes.
Me, an Igbo man, I'm making case for Yoruba. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. But if our party decides, because the other time I told you that in itself is an issue, that since the end of the Civil War in 1970, no Igbo man has ruled this country. And to them, it looks as if the war has not ended. But what I've been preaching for years is to position yourself, play the real politics, connect to other Nigerians, build the synergy, build the bridges, build the friendship, and it will come. Look, as I speak to you now, Asiwaju is traversing the political landscape. Movements everywhere, across Nigeria. And you just be in one corner and be saying, it's my time, it's my time, it's my time. What have you done?
You can't see that readiness. You can't see that.
I've not seen the capacity. I've not seen the real commitment. Let me see a delegation of Igbo leaders in Lagos going to Southwest. Look, following what Obasanjo said.
Saim was here the other time, even though it's PDP.
Yes. We're talking about APCO. PDP can decide to pick anybody, can pick any, can pick any other person. Remember I told you the other time, if you ask me, if Asiwaju says it's not running, and you ask me to bring somebody,
that's right.
I'll say you should go. I say you should pick Umahi. So for me, any good hand. And I said Umahi.
And incidentally, the two of them met just yesterday.
You don't know how they met, and I have the pictures. You don't know how these things are, what is playing out. So, but as a loyal and committed APC member, anybody that our party pushes forward will stand behind that person. Me, it's only one vote I have. And my followers, all I need to do is to call them. They will come. I have a deep structure in Lagos. That if I say move, this is what we have decided to do, they will move. So it's all about playing politics. It's all about movement. Let our people, leaders, that's what I've been preaching for years. Move and go and connect with other Nigerians. In 2013, it was Asiwaju that left. I told you people, it's Asiwaju that left Lagos
and went to Daura before the formation of the legacy party, because the legacy parties came together, and went to Daura. I said, Buhari, you scored 11 million votes in 2003. 2003. You did the same thing in 2007. You repeated the same thing in 2011. If I put Southwest, 5 million votes will win. You know, Baba cried in 259 after 2011 elections and said he's not contesting any longer. It is somebody. Late Tony Momo told me, a week before he died, he called me and said, Joe, I need to give you this information so that you know, as if he knew he was going to die. He said that was what happened. He said they went to Baba in Daura and said, look, we have the capacity to make you president, but certain things needs to be put in place. And he said, we'll put Southwest. Once you put 5 Southwest, you score 15 million, 60 million votes. And it happened.
It happened, but also some other people will remind you that the new PDP played a major factor in making that happen.
Yes.
So that credit is shared, equitably. I'm just saying, with 5 cities.
There are so many things went underground, yes.
And 2 others left behind who made things happen.
No, but the important thing is that, the takeaway there is that you had 11 million votes in 2003, repeated it in 2007, repeated it in 2009, and somebody came with an idea that if I put this one, it's going to happen.
That's right.
It's a collective responsibility. Nobody can claim. So many things went on the ground that led to that. So what I'm saying in essence that he who must go to, if you want to go to US now, you need to have a visa. You need to have a BTA. If you get to the airport and you don't have these things, they'll just say, look at this foolish man, where are you going? You don't have the what it takes to move, and you want to move. So let us play the real politics. Connect, build bridges, stop burning bridges. Build bridges. I've been saying this thing for years, and what I got is punishment. They went to Neva and raised down my house. A few days ago, I understand they went to raise one lady who is in the house in Abia State. Down completely.
You think that was political?
No. We know what is playing out. If you speak and they think, this person is not with us, let us deal with him. If you destroy your brightest and best, you deal with mediocres. And it don't lead you anywhere. They don't destroy what you will need tomorrow. What we need is to bring sound argument on the table. Bring sound argument. Nigerians are no fools. What we should be asking ourselves, what am I going to do to get the trust? Because you need to be trusted. You need to be trusted. There are agitations for a separate nation. That one is on the table. So you need to convince other Nigerians that you are not going to use that power to
dismember the country.
A country that we have built for over how many years. They need that assurance. These are the issues. So have I seen, let me say, I know Igbo leaders, when I see them, you go to Abuja, say, Mr. President, Nigerians, we are pledging loyalty to the corporate existence of Nigeria as a political entity. But look at history. Look at where we are coming from. Since the end of the Civil War, you have not proved to us that the war has ended by not getting one of us to be there. But then you have to put certain things in place. Just like I said, if you want to travel, you begin to gather your travel documents. Asiwaju wait since 1999 has been having the ambition to be president of Nigeria, and he has been working towards that. There's been all these people you see in Abuja, his boys, the vice president, the ministers, many of them across Nigeria. He has built formidable followers across Nigeria. Why? Well, what did he do for me? He brought me into Lagos politics in 2004.
What do you say about those who insist that the presidency of Nigeria is not that the race is not for the swift, that it is not about stepping forward to say that I'm ready to do it. I've nursed the ambition, even though you may be extraordinarily qualified, but that the presidency of Nigeria is about you being invited to come and serve. And people will give examples right from, you know, Obasanjo, you know, to Yaradua, even to Buhari, who tried on his own, you know, for 3 times.
3 times.
Before Ashwaju, you know, went to him, before that came together. And then the so-called owners of Nigeria, in quotes, agreed to that proposition. So they are saying that, why will anybody think that that method, that pattern has changed for the 2023 elections? That people, yes, you may be qualified, yes, you may have all the wherewithal, but then when it appears that you want this desperately, that those who own Nigeria tend to look elsewhere and then go and pick those that they can work with. Somebody who, of course, will be qualified and who will be acceptable. Do you think that that could play out?
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. That's what we call doctrine of necessity in politics. It does happen. You see, anything can happen, but it depends on what you have on the ground. Let me tell you, Achiwaju's phenomenon is not something you can just dismiss with a wave of hand. It's difficult for you to sit in any place where you have about 30 people or 20 people talking. And probably some people are talking about Achiwaju there, and you won't see 1 or 2 persons that have benefited from him. That's right. Taking back, and the person will just stand up and say, look, what you're saying about this one. These things are not done overnight. I'm telling you. I have worked with him since the early 2000s, since the days of June 12 to this date. You know, so I have known him. If you get to his house on a Saturday, you see about 30, 40 leaders around him. That's how you know a leader. So it's difficult for you to just say, okay, let's just put this man aside.
I mean, clearly it's the factor.
It's an undisputable factor you cannot just dismiss with a wave of hand. Look at the campaigns.
That's right.
The other day, we have to follow him to Ife, to Osogbo, you know, moving. We were in the palace of Atoja of Osogbo. We were there. We went to Oni of Ife. We were there. But we spent 2 days there and came back. You know, so he has been. A lot of people will call, why is everybody talking about one man? It's bridges.
All right, Mr. Igbokwe, I'm going to have to come in now. You mentioned during the rally we watched, and I quote, if you can rule Lagos very well, you can rule this country. Would you like to elucidate on that statement specifically in terms of what you referred to and how it's particularly affected the Igbo community in Lagos? Also, we've spoken quite a bit about how you've benefited from Bola Ahmed Tinubu's position in this country, as well as, of course, you have some sort of personal experiences with him and commitment, which we would also expect, right? But are you talking merely from a personal sentiment perspective? Are your views driven by that? Or are you saying you're echoing the voice of the Nigerian Igbo community for people who have never benefited from him? Do you believe that they echo your sentiments, people who don't know Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
I tell you something that will shock you. A few years back, what you call some Igbo businessmen in Lagos, tycoons, and said, go to Lekki, that's the new Lagos. That Lekki was a huge forest, a bush before, he called them. One of them told me this story. See, go there, this is the new Lagos. Go there and see the investment. I know what our people have in Lagos. I've been here for a while. If it is not conducive, they won't have that. What Igbo people have in Lagos, they don't have a quarter of it in Igbo land. Somebody prepared the ground. He called Igbo businessmen and said, go to Lekki, that's the new Lagos. Go and invest there. You will not regret it. One of them told me, say, he will never forget Achiwaju. So, all the markets. There was a particular market in Lawansi where they sell old Volkswagen spare parts. I already wanted to move them because they were in a residential area. He now called me. He said, Joe, I give you 2-3 years. Go and help these people to move. had several meetings, up to 20 meetings. It was not possible. I'll always go back to report that. What will I do? These are my people. He didn't push them away. But the Fashola came in. And that market has divided into several markets in Lagos, about 5. Actually, did not move them. He understands the strength of Igbo presence in Lagos. Business, markets, goods, go everywhere. So you can say that Lagos is the second home for our people. You know, so, and they have been treated well here. They feel safe here. Their business enterprise thrives, you know, here. Their businesses thrive here. And this is, apart from Abuja, you know, this is where they have, and government have been generous to them. Even though sometimes you have small issues. Because if I sit in my office in Lagos, calls will be coming. This is happening, this is happening. All over Lagos. So, and people that were in the East, especially in where I come from, it's an industrial hub also. They moved in droves to Lagos. Because that's where the market is. They're talking about the 5th largest economy in Africa. It's people, investors, businessmen that make it what it is. So he has been generous to our people. I won't come back here to tell you this. This is what happened. I came to Lagos in 1985. Look back. I was in Lagos in 1971 after my primary education. I was here. I did some menial jobs. In 1974, I returned back to school. Secondary school, university, and came back to Lagos in 1985. Since then, I have been in Lagos. If you stretch it, I think it's about 35 years, 37 years. So when I speak, you should be able to know where I'm coming from. I have a lot of background. I have a lot of history. I've known a lot of history. And I'm a witness. As I speak to you, I'm the leader of Igbo in APC. I'm a leader in Lagos. I'm a leader in my community. I'm a leader here, apart from leading Igbo people in APC. Anywhere, Lagos. As
a leader, as you've just mentioned,
yes.
What would you say a likely situation would be in the event that, of course, this is not a successful, bid by Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the Igbo community in Lagos? Do you see a continuity of the groundwork that he has already put in place to facilitate, the ease of doing business and, having been a very industrialized state? Do you see that carrying on, or do you see it being tampered with if he's not in that kind of position in the future?
Until we're not saying that other people are not. You see, Lagos.
That's what I'm trying to get from you.
He's not saying that other people are not. Our governors. Is it not Sanwo-Olu that brought me into this? Even though the foundation was laid a few years back. I served Asiwaju as a general manager of an agency. He was the first to appoint me as a general manager of LASIMRA, Lagos State Infrastructure Maintenance and Regulatory Agency, in 2004. Fashola came in and retained me for another 8 years. Ambode came, retained me for 4 years. At Wharf Landing Office in Apapa, was located at Apapa. 2019, Sanwo-Olu came in and made me a state drainage and water resources. So it's all about actually laying the foundation. And his boys keeping the faith, keeping the train moving. Because, like I said, he has tentacles across Nigeria. It's only in Lagos.
All right.
He does not play only Lagos politics. If there are issues in Katsina, he will go.
Okay, so let's talk about your party at the national level now. Do you have faith that the convention slated for 26th of this month will hold, given what has been happening from Buni to Bello, and with what INEC is saying, it looks like it is Buni that might actually conduct the convention. And it looks like Buni and Malami are with the president in London as we speak. So do you have faith that this will hold? And what shape do you think that it will take? And what does it portend for the health and the unity of the party And secondly, do you think that the body language of Mr. President is important in who emerges as the chair of the party and ultimately the candidate of the party? And I would like to ask you, so that you put everything in a combo. There have been, rather intriguing usage of words lately. Yahoo governors. Those are governors that I'm sure even Ashwaju, will be campaigning to. Now, be honest. But who are these Yahoo governors? Do you know them? They said there are about 2 or 3. Do you have an idea of who they are?
Let me tell you. Like the other time I came, I said these things will play out. These things will come. The most important thing is that March 26 is your destination. Forget about what is going to happen until you get there. See, if you are not smart, some of your colleagues will push you out of the system. That's what is going on. Struggle for power. Struggle for the chairman. I told you the weight of that office, national chairman of a ruling party, is a lot. It's massive. It's a lot. So, if you go and sit down, they'll push you aside. But the thing is that we have a destination. 26 March. It will happen. We are APC. It will happen. When we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. Forget about the politics that will be. People are jostling for. Nobody wants to be pushed to the background. Nobody wants to be kicked out of this space. You fight. But the thing is that there is a mandate. There is a target here, 26, and it will happen.
But what we also see is a lot of division right now. All the real politics in the sense of it, if you want to put it that way.
It is part of the process.
So even when we get to March 26th, the big question is, are we putting our trust and faith in a unified front? There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Internal rankings.
Nobody wants to be shoved aside.
So what happens beyond that? You keep talking about this date.
The destination.
What happens after we get to the destination?
That's when we get to the destination. Then something will happen. But the preparations, the movements, the intrigues, leave that to us. Worry less about it. It's our game.
But we do have to worry about it.
Well, that's what we're talking about it. But we're not stupid people. When we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. These things will come. I told you the other day. I said, these things will come. It's expected. And it's going to happen. That one, settled.
Very intriguing.
Then,
we have to sit back and wait for this to happen.
The president's body language.
Yes.
If I tell you that the president is not interested in who is going to succeed him, I will be deceiving myself. And the truth is not in me. He is interested. But the president does not forget who plucked the feathers, or who has helped him in the past. He doesn't forget. That's why he brought an 84, 85-year-old man and made him ambassador in the United States. The man that stood with him in the course of the court processes. That man is late now. The other day he went to bring Chubo Kadibo's wife and made him chairman of NPC. He doesn't forget. Okadibo was standing with him. So he does not forget. He will not forget in a hurry that somebody came to him when he has given up hope of ruling Nigeria and created something that made him to come to rule Nigeria and stayed 8 years. You think so? You think he will not? He will forget? He will not. He's not that kind of person. He does not forget those. Just like chicken will not forget those who pluck the feathers during the rainy season.
He probably will not forget, but then we do not know what he will reward A, B, or C for.
Let's get to the bridge.
Yeah,
don't worry
yourself. It sounds like a lot of, I remember quick propose situation as well.
Let me tell you. Only God. We do our own as human beings.
That's right.
At the end of the day, it's only God that knows who is going to be president of Nigeria. But don't go and sit down and wait for God to come. You have to go and meet God.
Yahoo governors, I was waiting for your view.
Yeah, I'm coming. It's a day, it's Akeredolu that says so.
Yes.
I don't think we have Yahoo governors. We know what Yahoo means. people who go to defraud other people because of
It's a pejorative expression.
Yes. So,
but then we also have an idea of what he was trying to say.
They are all political languages. You know, in the system, in a setup, you may have some radicals there. Okay. You may have some characters there. That's, you know, they are always, you know, but I said, let's play the games, you know, let the games go on. At the end of the day, men will gather. The real men, forget about Yahoo. The real men will gather and take the decisions. Let me tell you, APC is a formidable family.
But now you have the governors divided, those behind Bello, and then 3 or 4 behind,
you expect everybody to go and stand behind one person. It's not democracy again. It's when this number will follow this person, this number will follow this person. We now sit down to check the figures. Who has the largest number? They say, okay. And the one that has will be trying to decimate the one that is followed by picking. You now begin to draw people. You now begin to talk to people. No, when you want to go for the office of the speaker or senate, you have to meet everybody. There will be too many meetings. Oh, yeah, you have to. Somebody was telling me that's been to the National Assembly. So you can go to 5 meetings in a night. You know, so that's the way it plays out. These things you see are not the way it is. It's deeper than you are thinking. You know, it's deeper.
Mr. Igbokwe, I know your preference if peradventure Asiwaju does not get a ticket. You said to us before that you prefer Umahi. Given your closeness to Asiwaju, if he does not get it, hopefully the process will be fair to him. Do you have an idea of who he might support? Will he be vice president? Will he be somebody else? Will he be somebody from Southwest? Or
no, I said once you remove Asiwaju from the space,
yes,
I will advise this country to look at Southeast to end the civil war.
That's your
Why do you say that?
That's your preference.
Yes.
But do you know what he might be thinking?
You mean
Asiwaju?
Asiwaju? Do you know that Asiwaju, he has a chance to be the vice president if he wanted then.
Yes.
And
he nominated
his boy. His boy. Where are his boys? He will say, go. Do you know that Asiwaju picked a ticket for the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? That's right. But he noticed that if he goes to Senate, he may not have time to defend Lagos against Obasanjo's onslaught. He now gave it to Gani. You call Gani Solomon. Follow me. He followed him to Abuja. He now went and changed it to something. Asiwaju is a leader, John.
But that's the thing. You mentioned that he gave it to his boys. Yeah. In that already
Where
is
are
a
his
problem.
boys?
And I get that, and I'm very happy for you. But I'm saying that the people who are not Asiwaju's boys that are wondering that is he actually making these decisions in his own interest or for a wider group of people who would like to be his boys, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe not.
If you want to go to, I said, if you want to go to America, you go and get your visa. Asiwaju is a talent hunter. He will look at you and look at your antecedents. And he doesn't go to the streets and start searching for people. He will check your activities. Every wealth is as a result of activities. You have to do something for people to pay attention and begin to gravitate towards you. You don't sit in one corner doing little things and you expect people to come to you. I'm an author. When I wrote my first book in 1995, I drew all of them to the National Institute of International Affairs. Bola Ahmed was the chairman of them. Asiwaju was all the governors from the Southwest. He brought them. You don't sit down in your house and expect people to come. You have to do something first before they come. I got to that place, the whole was filled up. Asiwaju said he's going to Badagry. Bola Ahmed said, no, you won't go. Obafemi Awolowo told them that if you are going to Badagry and you told them that you are going to come by 3, they will wait. They will be dancing. When you get to there by 7 o'clock, the event will start. We ended up spending 5 hours where I was launching my book, National Institute.
All right, Mr. Igbokwe, as we round off, let me quickly ask you this, maybe last question, so that if you can answer in just 1 minute. Asiwaju is gunning for the federal seat. Do you think that by doing that, he's not leaving his flanks open in Lagos? And then, as a member of the Lagos State Cabinet, what are your expectations as to what will pan out in Lagos State? There was a time that we heard that so-and-so was interested, a name was mentioned, the head of service was mentioned, you know, deputy is interested. What do you think will happen? Do you think we will see a change of guard, or we will witness continuity?
If Ajibaju moves to Abuja, that's another respect. That's another honor. You will just say, yeah, Igbo language, yeah, what a clear. This small boy, wait here. It is done. So nothing is lost. It's going to be a big plus all over. You can call anybody to order. Nothing is happening. He left Lagos in 2007. Today, 14 plus 2, 17 years. He's left Lagos. And Lagos has been moving. You know? So, you cannot change anything. Rather, it's going to be a big plus. His movement to the federal, this will be a big plus for Lagos, the economic capital of Nigeria. It's going to be a big plus. Talking about Lagos politics, I think the governor is coming back. That's what I know. Is coming back. The head of service you talk about in our own, in our presence.
All right, Mr. Igbokwe, we've now come to the end of the segment. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us and having this conversation with us.
Thank you for having me.
Just joining us, we've been talking to Mr. Joe Igbokwe, who is the Special Advisor, Water Resources and Drainage in Lagos. Thank you again for being here.